needs the right accessory, right? So we're talking shoes, Izzy. You've been here for a long time. Tell me about the history of the company. 500 bowling alleys, pretty much like this?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and they vary from 32 lanes up to 40. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many people can rotate through here on an average day? How about mixed leagues?
Lots of them also.
Really? And then do you have to have a balance, 2 men, 2 women?
It's
Nobody ever showed me that.
It's going to be even with your shoulder and a little lower also.
Oh, lower. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I just go, I drop my arm, and then I push it forward.
Actually,
Am I right?
You want to take about 4 steps.
4. That's my approach.
Ethan Allen is a huge name in home furnishing. So to be able to bring our cameras in was a real treat for us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Kathy. It's a pleasure having you.
Oh, it was just definitely our pleasure, and looking forward to you coming into Ethan Allen on the Southwest Freeway here in Stafford. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Business Trends. I'm Kathie Turner. Good afternoon, and welcome to Business Trends, and welcome to what I do so well. I don't very often get paid to shop, but today I'm doing just that in one of these stores that if you've never been, you just can't imagine how much fun you will have. We're at Hobby Lobby here in Stafford, and I want to bring the manager in because, well, I have a lot of questions for this man. Bob Main, come on in here and tell me, why is it called Hobby Lobby? So they come in and they see something and say, this would work in that room and I could do a setting, and
Sure.
and I'm not stuck with one piece. I have options.
That's right.
Something will work
That's
with my
right.
style or my colors. Hi, and welcome to Business Trends. I'm Kathie Turner, and we are in the showroom of the Houston Fence Company with Lee Duggan. And my first question to Lee is, here in Stafford, why are you called the Houston Fence Company? Lee, what a pleasure. Thank you
Well, thank you for coming
very
by.
much. It was an education, and it's beautiful, and it smells like heaven here in Cedar Country. Come on by and see Houston Fence Company. I'm Kathie Turner, and this is Business Trends. But how about maintaining a sound business, confidence in the client, and developing that clientele from an early age? Mike Falzone has done just that from the first time they turn the ignition. He's a high school mechanics teacher. Even the side of his building looks like it could be a banner at a high school basketball game. Hi, welcome to Business Trends. I'm Kathie Turner, and today in Stafford our camera is set up at Personics. Let me suggest that if ever you open a bank statement, a mortgage statement, get a credit card, or an insurance card in the mail, there's a good chance it was generated, produced, and mailed to you from Personics. I need to make my business happen. Could you email that to me and say, what do you think? Today we have a very beautiful subject. What do you see happening in the market? And this is a part of the Carlton Hall line. It's beautiful enough to be photographed.
That's a great place to start. Most of the robes that we started designing were special robes, Kathy. They're robes that when you really wanted to feel elegant.
We're all looking for the fountain of youth, and if you've got a new theory on it, we're listening. 3,000 out of 30,000, so we're operating tabs direct. But once you come in the door, you will be impressed. Actually, I think you're going to be pretty excited when you see what happens here and how many people it takes round the clock to do it. You handle so much information. A lot of it's very sensitive, but a lot of it is just, I would imagine, very cumbersome. And if you lost it, you'd be in a real dire circumstance. So what do you do to protect against that?
We must know it's painful because a lot of people seek surgery, and unless there's some cosmetic benefit, people don't do that unless they're in a lot of pain or they're trying to regain the use of something that they've lost. Exactly what is carpal tunnel syndrome? And our cameras are set up today in the after-hours working environment of the Pennzoil building. The 3rd and 4th floor, fully 220 people come to work here every day. In this room, the presentation was closed door, 30 people walking in with focused faces to see and hear and visualize something, and in the next room it was all fabrics for panels, and in the next room it was carpets, and this is what you do, all of this.
Show business.
It is.
It's better than show business.
Today we're going to talk to somebody who's in a slightly different business. They're in the business of caring. There are a lot of things that I'm going to call conditions about myself that I've learned to live with that I don't know if they've got a label for, but I've been labeled. So you learn to overcome these things. So is this being trained to overcome something that's just part of you? I'm assuming that these are all of the people that have a spot in here that they lease from you. So let's talk about the concept. Do spend an entire day having everything addressed at once, and oh yes, that does feel good, by the way. It's to be a big collector item for Texans because he lives in Texas, so he certainly has an abundance of opportunity to paint what he sees before him. So you want to learn something. You can do trial and error, sure, that's my approach, but you could also go to the best, and I'm talking about John Henry. Do you understand that your sandwich should have some imagination? The groceries must be pretty expensive at your house. All right, so this has already the flavor, but what do? You call it the rub. First, you're going to fall in love with Sherry Howard. Then you're going to fall in love with all her babies.
They're not slimy, are they?
Not at all.
You have to have them in a crate that actually fits under the seat, but we now have the little crates that are vinyl.
Is this your creation? Oh, yes. Does anyone have a still picture? I don't want to know that it's there. I really don't want to know that it's there.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
At LA Utilities, they have about 125 people who are out working on the roads with 60 pieces of very heavy equipment in trucks like this, 18 of them. You may see them from time to time as you drive down the highway, but most of their work you'll never see because it's underground. The inventory is not the issue. It's the order that's the issue. Right. And when the girls come in and they select something, what are they looking at to make that selection? This company offers a great range of possibilities. Tell me what types of positions. How do people in the community know what's happening here, and is there a way to kind of stay in connection with what you're doing? Would you do something like that with an earphone and a microphone so that the person who is speaking could be translated for the person listening but not everybody else sitting at the conference table? They didn't come from a terrifically advantaged culture or higher education, but what they have and what they put on the table is bound to impress you. Eduardo's. I would say that it's Stafford that's really cleaning up because it's been, what, 5 years now, no property tax, and when a company can come to an area like Freeport and build a building and save as much on taxes as the building costs, well, I guess you call that relief and incentive. This is Business Trends with Kathie Turner. Thanks for joining us.